Hi, Katie.
Hey, Chris.
It's great to meet up with you for another Mozart Snapshot.
Thanks. It's great to meet up with you, too, as always.
So on last week's Snapshot, you mentioned that we were going to talk about the Mozart statue.
We are going to Mozartplatz, where the most famous monument to Mozart is located.
And it looks like it's right over there.
Yep. There he is, standing proud and tall over the city.
In real life, Mozart was not a very big man, was he?
That's right. He was only just barely 5'4" in real life.
So tell me the story of this statue.
In 1835, the Polish writer Julius Schiller first proposed the idea for a monument to Mozart here in Salzburg. A lot of donations came in for this monument, most importantly from King Ludwig of Bavaria, who also donated the marble for the base of this monument. And the idea was further supported by the founder of the Mozarteum.
Franz Edler von Hildebrand? So when was the statue actually unveiled?
It was unveiled in 1842 in a grand celebration, and there were large crowds. Both of Mozart's sons were there, and King Ludwig.
Wasn't one of his sons also a composer?
That was Franz Xaver Wolfgang Mozart, and for the occasion, he composed a cantata and directed it in honor of his father.
Was Mozart's widow Constanze also there?
Well, no, because unfortunately she died a few months earlier, but she had been following the progress on the monument because she actually lived right over there in Mozartplatz number 8.
That probably explains why they chose this particular place for the monument.
I would imagine so.
I read that they also discovered some Roman mosaics underneath this spot.
Yes, they did indeed. When they were preparing the foundation for this monument, they unearthed a Roman mosaic on which was inscribed in Latin, "Here lies happiness, let no evil enter."
That's almost eerie, and how perfectly those words fit Mozart. It's a very stately pose. I like the way he has his foot up on the rock with the scroll and the pen in his hands.
That's right. The rock actually is a symbol for home, or Salzburg, and the allegories on the pedestals symbolize Mozart's work for the church, concert, chamber music, and opera.
Who actually created the monument?
It was implemented by a sculptor from Munich whose name was Ludwig von Schwanthaler, and then it was created in bronze by Johann Baptist Stiegelmeier, also from Munich.
You know, Mozart always felt underappreciated by his hometown. But today, one can't even imagine Salzburg without Mozart. Everywhere you go in the city, you see reminders of Mozart. There are concerts and festivals all year long dedicated to his music, not to mention museums that attract millions of guests every year.
That's very true.
What do you think brought about that change?
Well, I think we really have Constanze to thank for the memory of Mozart in this city.
How so?
When Mozart died in 1791, Constanze was left with 2 children, no income, and really very few assets. So the only thing that she had was Mozart's music. And so she started to organize concerts of his music, and she also began going through his manuscripts, and he was completely and totally disorganized, so this was really a lot of work. But she started trying to organize them and putting them together so that she could sell them to publishers and promote Mozart's legacy.
In one biography of Mozart, I read that Constanze printed and sent out cards encouraging Mozart admirers to come together.
Yeah, I mean, this was a novel way of really creating the first fan club for Mozart.
And it must have been rather gutsy for a woman in those days as well.
I mean, she just really loved Mozart. By all accounts, they were truly a love match. But she was also a very smart woman, and ironically, it was Mozart that brought her together with her second husband.
Who was he?
His name was Georg Nissen, and he was a Danish diplomat who lived in the same building as she did. They got to know each other, and little by little, he started helping her contact publishers.
That's very interesting. It was the spirit of Mozart that brought them together.
Definitely, and they actually continued throughout their whole lifetimes promoting the works of Mozart. And they also wrote the first biography on Mozart.
It seems that we really do have Constanze to thank, both for preserving the memory of Mozart and for providing the groundwork for the Mozart industry of Salzburg.
That's right, and meanwhile, the Mozart brand here in Salzburg is worth multi-billions.
How ironic, considering that Mozart himself always had financial troubles. But money aside, it was only possible to create such an enduring superstar image because of Mozart's great music. If his music hadn't been that great, he wouldn't have become the superstar that we know today.
You know, Mozart's music is something that can appeal to everybody and anybody, no matter who you are or where you come from. He had some incredible ability to really recreate human emotion in music, and it's because of that his music lives on.
How true. Well, Katie, thank you very much, and until next time.
Bis dann.